lust to love, from lust to love, the ultimate alchemy. That's a subject, theme which we are going to discuss today. Let us understand first what is alchemy means. A real incident which happened when I was in Himalayas. I met an elderly sadhu, old aged man who never uses any clothes to cover his body. They are called Naga sannyasis in the Himalayan region. They stay in Himalayan regions. They don't use any cloth to cover their body. In that cold, they live in a way it's unique. They don't use any clothes. They don't cover their body. Just like a small kids, they live naked way. Actually, when I went to the Himalayas, I was told too many wrong stories about them. That they are very violent people. And when you look at them, they will be having a big matted lock hair and black. You feel like really they are violent people. Because I heard so many stories, they are violent people, I was afraid to go near him. He was just seated on the bank of Ganga, the deep forest, and enjoying himself. Somehow I felt he is after all alone. What violence he can do? Why not just let us go near and try to talk to him? Because he was so joyful and calm, serene. Just even to see him is such a nice feeling. I felt I should go near him to talk to him or to relate with him. I went. I tried to speak. I know only broken Hindi, the few words. I tried to relate with him. I saw he was having a pipe with which they smoke ganja. In North India, sadhus use ganja. He was having a pipe in which he used to smoke ganja. When I saw that ganja pipe, immediately I thought, oh, he is also the same category only, let me leave him, let us not relate with him. As soon as I saw that he started smoking the ganja, I decided to walk out, move. He said, baitiye, sit. Because he has said, I have no other way, I just sat. Before smoking the pipe, he put few copper coins inside and put the ganja, put the fire, started smoking. After finishing, he just emptied that pipe. There fell few gold coins. Copper coins are replaced by gold coins. I was actually shocked. Of course, I didn't believe, as you all. Just like you all, I didn't believe. Then again, he went and sold the coins, purchased little more ganja and brought little more copper coins. Showed me second time also pure ordinary copper coins. He just put inside the fire, ordinary ganja, smoke. When he emptied, again I saw gold coins. Not once or twice, more than 10 times I stayed with him 1 or 2 days. More than 10 times he did the same thing. I asked him, Baba, give me the meditation and bliss. I do not want these gold coins. In search of meditation and bliss only I came to Himalayas. Please give me the bliss of meditation, Ananda. He just gave me that pipe. Not only I was shocked, I was frightened because I am never habituated. And somehow that smell was not suiting my system. So I was just taking back, I was moving back. I told, no, Baba, I don't want to smoke. I can't. Give me the bliss of meditation. Very playfully, laughing way, he just threw little air through his mouth to my face. He just did. Very casually, playfully. And I do not know how you will understand or believe. 3 days I was in ecstasy. Continuously 3 days I was in the bliss. Of course, after a few days he left from that place. I have never seen him again once more. Neither I know his name nor his place or anything. The copper coin which has become gold, that is the process, we call it alchemy. Changing the lower level metals into the higher level metals. Changing the iron, copper or the other lower level metals into higher level metals. That is what is the process called alchemy. Solidifying the mercury just by pure energy. How they do? I asked him, Baba, how do you do? And one more strange thing, he doesn't know. I never introduced myself that I am from South India or I am from Tamil Nadu. I was speaking to him only in broken Hindi. But that sadhu suddenly started speaking in Tamil. He gave me a reply. Only one Tamil word, very poetic Tamil word. I will tell the Tamil word and then I will give you the translation. He said, Angam palutta tangam palukkum. If your being is ripe, you can make the gold ripe. If your being is ripe, you can make gold to ripe. Of course, it's very hard to understand, difficult to understand. Then the few days which I stayed, was explaining, once a man who can transform his lowest energy, base energy into a spiritual energy, he can verily convert base metal into gold. It is the inner alchemy which makes the outer alchemy possible. If you have mastered the inner alchemy, the outer alchemy is nothing. From lust to love is the ultimate alchemy. Alchemy means changing the base things into the higher things. If you are changing base metal into higher metals, you know the alchemy of metals. If you are changing mercury into a solidified mercury, you know the alchemy of mercury. If you are changing the lust into love, you know the ultimate alchemy. Of course, I am going to speak on the ultimate alchemy because the lower alchemies are not big things. What are you going to do by learning the lower alchemies? And there is enough of gold which is available in our life. Little more gold means only little more problem. Somebody went and asked Ramana Maharishi, Bhagavan, give me some power, some siddhis, miracle powers. Bhagavan said, the powers which you are having now, with that itself you are not able to live peacefully, happily. If you get some more powers, what will happen to your head? He said, what power I am having? I am not having any power, Bhagavan. Bhagavan explained, you are a manager in your office. If you want, you can dismiss 2 persons, or you can give work to 2 new persons. If you sign, so much of money will be delivered. If you want, you can purchase these things. The powers which you are having in your day-to-day life, that is also power only. Your maturity is such, your intelligence is such that you are not even able to handle smoothly or peacefully the powers which you have in your hand. If you can handle the powers which you have in your hand intelligent way, you will not have stress or strain. Your stress, worry, depression, strain means you are not able to handle the powers which you are having already in the hand. If you really know, if you are intelligent enough to handle the powers, you will never fall in the clutches of stress. You will never feel depressed. He said, the powers which you have in your hand, that itself you are not able to handle. That is why you are searching for peace. You have come all the way to see me to have the peace. Instead of asking for intelligence, if you ask for power, you will have only some more problems and some more difficulties and some more disturbances. Knowing the outer alchemy is not going to help you in your life. Knowing the inner alchemy, the ultimate alchemy, the transformation is the real alchemy. From lust to love is the ultimate alchemy which can happen to a human being. I always tell the people, the real miracle is inner transformation, not the outer alchemy. Somebody went to Ramakrishna and asked about the miracle powers. He told a beautiful story. There was 2 brothers in a village. At the age of 15, one decided that he will become a businessman. The elder one decided that he will become a Swami. He will go to forest to do tapasya, meditation. After 12 years, the man who has become a Swami, the elder one, came back to the village, the native village, just to visit. He saw the younger one has become a big businessman, having a big house. But younger one, according to the tradition, received the elder brother. Is a Swami with all the respect and gave him all the comfort and the accommodation, gave him all the respect and reception. The elder one wants to show his ego. Both of them went for evening walking on the bank of a river. Both of them started discussing what they achieved in the 12 years gap. The younger one said, I did business, I did this, that, this much I achieved, this is the achievements. I have my office in that city, in this city. I have my shop in that city, in this city. Everything he explained. And then the younger one asked the elder one, Swamiji, what you achieved in these 12 years? The elder one just started walking on the water. Just he started crossing the river. by walking on the water without telling a word. Walked, he reached that side of the river. The younger one took the boat and reached that side of the river. In the other side, elder one was very proud. Elder one was just proud of his powers. He is filled with pride and ego. He was standing with full of pride. He asked his younger one, his brother, did you see what I achieved in last 12 years? The younger one replied, oh, last 12 years you worked just for 2 annas. Because I gave 2 anna to a boatman, he brought me from that side to this side. And 12 years you have to practice, 12 years you have to waste to do this 2 anna work. To do the work of 2 annas, to do the work which can do, which 2 annas? The work which can be done by just 2 annas. You have to work 12 years. Swamiji, I feel you wasted 12 years. True, it's a story from Ramakrishna. If you would have paid 2 annas to the boatman, he would have taken you from this corner to that corner, from this side to that side. You don't have to work 12 years for the 2 annas. Ramakrishna used to tell this story to prove miracles are nothing but foolishness. Don't waste your time in ordinary mystery mongering, ordinary searches for this unusual incident, this miracle. They happen in a different plane, that's all. That is the only thing. Once I was talking about these miracles in India, then group of disciples, they forced me, Swamiji, you must do something and show. Otherwise, how can we believe that it is possible? I told him, once we start doing, that becomes a habit. Then people start searching only for miracles. They never go for meditation. They come only to see a magic, not to meditate. I've always seen, when you start doing miracles once, people come only for miracles. Nobody wants transformation. Everybody wants only some magic show. So I told, no, once you start, it will become a habit. It will become a bad habit. Not even bad, worst habit. People will gather only to see this fun or these magics, never to transform their life. They said, at least to prove, do something so. Then just one clap, one Lakshmi Vigraha was materialized. The crowd was shocked. They videographed the whole thing. I told them, videograph so that you will not ask for once more. This one first and last time, videograph it. One Vigraha was materialized. Then I told the whole group asked, Swamiji, how is it possible, how it happened? I told them, it is just a sleight of hand, nothing else. It is not that I created. No creation can be done. No materialization can be done. It can only be teleported. It can only be teleported. The idol was in my room. It just came to my hand. As you speak in the cell phone, see your sound waves became electronic waves. Then again, the person who is speaking in the other corner, in his cell phone, again the same electronic waves become sound waves. That's the mechanism of cell phone. That's the way cell phone works. The same way, in that place, the matter becomes energy. It just transported in ether or teleported in ether like a light. And when it is in my hand, again the energy becomes matter, that's all. Matter becoming energy, energy becoming matter. That's all. Because it happens in the plane where you cannot see with your eyes, you think that as a miracle. Suddenly, if Third World War happens and all the cell phones in the world, whole world is destroyed, just only 2 sets of cell phone is remaining. One set, in 2 pieces is remaining. Then the persons who are having the 2 set, they will become gods. So nobody knows the mechanism or the secret how the cell phone works. Now you all know, so it's not a miracle. When nobody knows, it's a miracle. All miracles happen only in this way. They happen in the other plane in which you are not able to access, that's all. So you call that as a miracle. But no miracle is a real miracle. Transformation is the ultimate miracle. The inner transformation is the ultimate miracle. That is the real thing which you can get from a master.